With its FDA approval on October 24, 2025, Bayer's elinzanetant has ushered in a big advancement for women's health for the treatment of moderate to severe hot flashes because of vasomotor symptoms. Approved based on the Phase 3 OASIS 3 trial, where participants receiving elinzanetant reported an over 73% reduction in symptom frequency and severity by week 12, elinzanetant was a welcome addition. Since its approval, how are patients responding?
Based on my experience with elinzanetant and my patients, they're responding very well and very similar to what we saw in the trial, and that is that there is a quick onset of treatment in terms of treatment and reduction of hot flashes. And for people who have sleep disruption, they're sleeping better. When patients present to me with complaints of vasomotor symptoms, we do a very detailed history so we understand what the risks are for hormonal therapy, as well as are there any things that may make non-hormonal therapies not a good choice. So that's the first thing we do. For patients who we will, who are candidates for hormonal therapy, that's what we use first. That is considered first line. And for patients who are not, we discuss what the different options are and what the most common symptoms are. I typically will use the FDA approved drugs first, and then sometimes, patients don't have coverage, and we may try non-FDA covered treatments.
But what about safety? Recently, at the 2026 ACOG meeting in Washington, D.C., Dr. James Simon, a reproductive endocrinologist and infertility specialist based in D.C., was part of a pooled safety analysis of elinzanetant across 4 placebo-controlled trials.
In doing so, the sample size became fairly large, and the duration of treatment also was extended, largely because one of those 4 studies was an entire year long in study duration. The results of the study demonstrated no new or different and/or unanticipated side effects or adverse events, and reinforced the current labeling for the product in and of itself. The number one side effect or adverse event that we reported in this series of 4 trials was actually headache. And headache, we all have headaches to one degree or another. Every time a patient calls me at 4 o'clock in the morning, I have a headache. But the answer is headaches were prevalent in this grouping of 4 studies in less than 10% of the trial subjects, where the non-treated, that is to say placebo subjects, had about 7% had headaches or reported headaches, namely a very low side effect profile for this expanded data set. With this set of data on an expanded both sample size and duration of treatment, demonstrating no surprises in the safety arena, I think we can say that the FDA was correct in allowing this product to get to market, and it certainly fulfills that high safety bar with no new surprises based on this study.
Again, who has like a large piece of sleep, elinzanetant is great. If someone has known liver disease, vasomotor is not an option. And so these are the type of things that we talk about to try to understand what may be an option for that individual, what may not be an option. Both drugs have been shown to have an improvement in quality of life, which is great. Both drugs really have rapid onset. It's really about individual risk and like what is the major aspect of their symptoms that actually is the reason for them sitting in the office with me.
The next generation of research projects will look at in whom is the benefit to risk ratio highest and best for each of the products. And therefore, the prescribing public and our patients we'll be able to better stratify a particular treatment for a particular kind of patient to optimize her benefits from a given therapy.
For contemporaryobgyn.net, I'm Joshua Fitch.